Some of the richest people in history worth more than $1 trillion. Let's see 10 incredible richest people in history you wouldn't believe existed. Make sure to watch until number 1 because it's one of the richest people in history you will ever see. Number 10. William the Conqueror. William the Conqueror's peak net worth is about $228 billion. The first Norman ruler of England who famously invaded the kingdom in 1066. William the Conqueror seized lands and plundered treasures from Sussex to Yorkshire that would be worth $228 billion in today's money. Before he became the King of England, William I was one of the mightiest nobles in France as the Duke of Normandy, but he is best remembered for leading the Norman conquest of England in 1066, which changed the course of English history and earned him the sobriquet William the Conqueror. I have one fun fact for you. According to some genealogists, more than 25% of the English population is also distantly related to him. Proceeding to next, number 9. Osman Ali Khan. The estimated wealth of him is $230 billion. Mir Osman Ali Khan had a personal collection of gold that was worth more than $100 million and owned over $400 million worth of jewels, including the famous Jacob diamond, which is worth $95 million today. Mir Osman Ali Khan was the 7th Nizam of Hyderabad from 1911 to 1967. He also donated 1 million rupees for the Banaras Hindu University, and also he donated 500,000 for the Aligarh Muslim University and 300,000 for the Indian Institute of Science. He started his own bank, the Hyderabad State Bank. It was later renamed State Bank of Hyderabad and merged with the State Bank of India as the State Central Bank in 2017. It was established on 8 August 1941 under the Hyderabad State Bank Act. He was known as the architect of modern Hyderabad and is credited with establishing many public institutions in the city of Hyderabad, including among others Osmania University, Osmania General Hospital, State Bank of Hyderabad, Pegumpar Airport, and the Hyderabad High Court. Number 8. Nikolai Romanov. Net worth $300 billion. The last emperor of Russia was known as Nicholas the Bloody by his enemies due to the massive loss of life Russia experienced under his leadership. Nicholas abdicated and was killed in 1918 by the Bolsheviks. Nicholas II, or Nikolai II Alexandrovich Romanov, from 18th May 1868 to 17th July 1918, known in the Russian Orthodox Church as the Saint Nicholas the Passion Bearer, was the last emperor of all Russia, ruling from 1 November 1894 until his abdication on 15 March 1917. Moving to number 7. Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie sold his steel company, Carnegie Steel, to J.P. Morgan for $480 million in 1901. According to the Carnegie Corporation, Carnegie's personal peak wealth was about $380 million, or around $309 billion by today's standards. Andrew Carnegie was an industrialist best known for leading the expansion of the American steel industry in the late 19th century. Number 6. Jakob Fugger. His net worth is reportedly $160 billion. However, his wealth is less than half of the richest person in history. That title belongs to Jakob Fugger from 1459 to 1525, who in today's money had a net worth of $400 billion. Things to know about Jakob Fugger, also known as Jakob the Rich. He is among the most well-known Germans and arguably the most famous citizen of Augsburg, with his wealth earning him the moniker Fugger the Rich. Number 5. John D. Rockefeller. The richest American ever is widely considered to be John D. Rockefeller, worth about $400 billion in inflation-adjusted dollars, or about 2% of the United States GDP. Members of his family continue to be some of the wealthiest people in U.S. history. founding and leading the Standard Oil Company, founding University of Chicago, Rockefeller University, Central Philippine University, General Education Board, and Rockefeller Foundation. Moving to number 4, Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. The visual capitalist estimates that Akbar controlled 25% of the global GDP at that time, and as the ruler of most of the Indian subcontinent, or the Mughal Empire. During Akbar's reign, the Mughal Empire tripled in size and wealth, with the Mughals' GDP per capita comparable to Elizabethan England. In today's valuation, Akbar had estimated wealth of more than $1 trillion. Akbar was accorded the epithet the Great because of his many accomplishments, including his record of unbeaten military campaigns that consolidated Mughal rule in the Indian subcontinent. Number 3. Augustus Caesar. Augustus Caesar controlled much of the world's most powerful states, including Egypt, as he rang up his 4.6 trillion net worth. That is more than the net worth of any developing country. Caesar Augustus was one of the ancient Rome's most successful leaders who led the transformation of Rome from a republic to an empire. During his reign, Augustus restored peace and prosperity to the Roman state and changed nearly every aspect of Roman life. Number 2. Shenzong of Song. From some sources, we get to know that his estimated wealth are more than $1 trillion, which is equal to a total GDP of Netherlands. Sounds amazing, right? He was the 6th emperor of the Song dynasty in China. His original personal name was Zhao Zhongzhen, but he changed it to Zhao Zu after his coronation. He reigned from 1067 until his death in 1085. Moving to number 1. Mansa Musa. Take Mansa Musa first for instance, an African ruler from the 1300s who is considered the richest man who ever lived. His net worth was equal to 35% of the global economy. That's a whole lot of money, which is why this man was also known as the King of Kings. Mansa Musa left a real notable for its extent and riches. He built the Great Mosque at Timbuktu, but he is best remembered in the Middle East and Europe for the splendor of his pilgrimage to Mecca. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss more videos of Richest Zone and much more. Check out this playlist of my top 10 videos of most popular luxury, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.